Good day. My name is Edwin Naidu. I'm actually a journalist, a communicator, and an entrepreneur.
All right.
And happy to talk to you.
That's amazing, sir. So off camera, we spoke about how universities prepare entrepreneurs. Is there preparation at all for entrepreneurs at university level?
Well, traditionally at university level, you've been churning out degrees, students with qualifications that either get you a good career or it leaves you unemployed. In South Africa, we know that a lot of graduates are unemployed and don't get jobs with the degrees that they have. Because I think we have a lot more in the humanities. So there's currently an initiative that was launched in association with the European Union to train students at 8 universities of technology to equip them with skills for entrepreneurship. And I think it's a pilot project. It's in its infancy at the moment. Cape Peninsula University is one of the institutions driving it. There's also the University of Namibia and 6 others. But it's basically a groundbreaking initiative, to ensure that students in the Sadc region become entrepreneurial by spirit and change the way they're doing things, which I think is a good initiative and one that you really want to see support, because if you think about it, last year or the year before, at least 1,000 businesses were liquidated. So businesses get off the ground, but we also young entrepreneurs or just entrepreneurs in general don't have the skills to pull it off. And also, when you think about it as well, in South Africa we have just so much of regulations. You try opening a small business, the plethora of regulations is enormous. And not only that, once you've opened, you've got to submit, whether it's a tax annually, which I'm not saying you mustn't do, you have to, but for a small business, you do it twice a year. It means you pay an accountant to do this, because most of us can't do it yourself. And then you get an accountant to do the compliance in terms of whether it's BEE or FICA, whatever. And it's created opportunities for accountants or maybe even lawyers, but small businesses have to pay for it. And there's a lot of things you're paying for when you're not even earning the income that you should be.
So you're still navigating your way through entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I think it's a hard journey. Many people say that entrepreneurs usually fail in the first 3 years. And I think through this cause that with the EU at the universities of technology, the aim is to break the mold and also find innovation, because students are young, hungry to succeed, coming up with fresh ideas, want to break or disrupt the patterns that we see in society. So I think it's important to support initiatives like this, hope that it will change the narrative, and create opportunities. Because when you look at it, I think I may be wrong right now, but the statistic is that there's millions, at least several millions of young people who are not in education and training. I know the figure is very high. If you Google it, you'll see from Stats SA, it runs into the millions. So it's young people who are not in education and training, meaning they're walking the streets, walking and turning. There's no opportunities. So entrepreneurship is billed as one of the ways to go. We're not saying it's the answer, but it's something that should give you a purpose and enable one to work. I think the one story that recently came to mind, I was doing some work with Nedbank media training, and in the group there were financial wellness experts, and one of them was saying that one of their most heartwarming stories relates to the people who get the 350 Rand government grants every month.
That's nice.
And one person from KwaZulu-Natal said he would put away 50 Rand every month for a period and use that money to start a little hustle.
Okay.
And that's what grew his or her business and, really took it to another level. So I think it shows you, and the reason why this person put away 50 Rand, the person said, I'm getting 350, I could just have to pretend I'm not getting the 50. I use the 300 to survive or do what I have to do, and the 50 is to build for the future.
My good sir, sorry to disrupt you. Is this grant money? Because 350 sounds, is it grant money that they were getting?
This is, COVID grant from the government.
Wow, that's such a commitment.
Yes, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's still ongoing, so that people get this 350 Rand every month. These are vulnerable, poor people who are not getting any income. So government has been distributing this, I understand, since COVID.
Since COVID.
Yeah, and I don't think it's stopped as yet because we're still in the situation where people are vulnerable, people are stuck in poverty.
Mentioned on the budget, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken,
it was.
Something, and there was a bit of an increase.
Yes, it's probably gone up to 370 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember that.
375, something like that. Yeah.
So, it makes, to you and I, it may seem nothing. It's 2 Uber trips to Sandton from Pretoria. But to those who don't have anything, it actually makes a little difference. So, and for someone to be able to use that to kickstart an entrepreneurial journey actually speaks volumes to their tenacity and willingness to not just sit back and accept this money. We are an accepting culture. We want handouts. We want free things. Everybody, whether you're rich or poor, they want something. I get some friends who keep calling. They want mouse pads, or they want, sticks that you put into a flash drive. So I'm just saying, whereas other people's needs are food, or pads, or pens, or what necessities. Yeah. So we all have different needs, but I think it's also not just saying, hey, I want. What can I do?
Okay.
And I think for me, this person's story on using the grant to change their life a little was really powerful, and one gets encouraged by such things. I don't, not everybody would have an entrepreneurial journey that's so different, and everyone is different, but I think it shows a willingness to try.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing, sir. So the program that you talk about, is it at initial, is it at initiation stage or ground level?
Yes, no, it was announced a few weeks ago. It's about starting currently, and I think you'll hear more about it as time goes. I'm afraid I don't have all the details, but I just know that traditionally universities are not places where they teach you entrepreneurial skills in a big way. So top marks to the EU to want to change this narrative and play a part in doing something that's going to help South Africans find find up ways in which to make entrepreneurial succeed. Everyone can start a business, but it's also about ensuring that your idea is solid and that you're able to go to the next level. And I think, the stats essay statistic that a lot of businesses fail, a program like this can really take things forward to another level.
Yes. I believe what you're saying, sir, because I think a lot of people in South Africa have showed an interest in starting off. The story that you just mentioned of the person saving 50 Rand being a testament also of that fact. And there's a lot of people who are selling on the streets. They basically don't know how to sort of secure their businesses and stuff. So I think it's going to be a great initiative and also help a lot of people.
No, definitely.
I actually didn't know about this. I'm actually intrigued, and I think a lot of people are going to be happy to hear this.
I will share with you details of an article I wrote about it a few weeks ago.
Okay.
I'll send you the link, and you can attach it online or put it on your social media platforms as well. That would be good.
that's amazing. Because what I foresee a change of paradigm where people actually, begin to not only to thrive but also to contribute to the economy by entrepreneurship.
No, definitely. I think it's entrepreneurship is the way to go. I work in a large organization, a bank, and the one thing that they've encouraged us, provided it doesn't affect what you do and take you away,
Okay.
you allowed to, within reason, work on a side hustle.
Okay.
Because so my side hustle actually began in 2021, where I was working on media projects, whether it's editing or writing, and hosting events or webinars, etc. So I think for me it developed because what when I started the project, the aim was to teach academics how to write using retired editors as mentors. That evolved. I was speaking to people like Prof. Makoba, Dr. Vincent Mapai. Those are respected leaders in society. And last year we kicked off what we called the Future South Africa We Want and Deserve dialogues.
Okay.
Now, these are aimed at educating voters, on the importance of democracy. Prof. Makoba told me people died for democracy. So you can't register and not vote. 27 million people registered last year, and only, I think, 16 million people actually crossed the ballot. So I'd say, it's very important to take democracy seriously. So what we're doing through this dialogues is wanting to go to every university and TVET college and maybe schools eventually. It's a long-term project, and we're doing it without fundraising. We've been doing it on an ad hoc basis. We've done University of Johannesburg, we've done Durban University of Technology, we've got University of Western Cape and Nelson Mandela University, Vaal Triangle University, all very interested and want to do this. So the aim is to take a group of people, business, academics, media, civil society, to universities and TVETs and talk about what would make South Africa a winning nation. Definitely entrepreneurship is part of that, but which is why we have the panel we do, business and media, civil society. We deliberately don't have any politicians or active politicians on the panel because we want a dialogue. We don't want to take sides. We want people to understand, the importance of democracy, why your vote matters, and also looking for ideas on what makes South Africa a winning nation. We are a winning nation, but what's going to take us to be up there and do even better?
More competitive when it comes to the global climate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, you're dropping a gold buzz, my good sir. I think that's a great initiative.
No.
I'm actually privileged to have met you today. So because I'm going to have a look at the article, and I know a lot of people are going to benefit. I know a lot, and I'm intrigued by the places that you've gone to already. And how do you find the reciprocation when you sort of spreading the net?
Oh no, there's really goodwill towards the idea, because you may be young to remember this, but in 1990s, early 1990s,
Yes.
the ANC used to have people's forums, and there was a buzz around making South Africa great, around the people. It was called the Reconstruction and Development Program then. That became GEAR. And then, at that time, people used to communicate and talk, articulate what they want. There was such I think, freedom of expression prevalent. It's not like that at the moment, where everyone's focused on their own things. And I think the aim is to get back to South Africa, get people talking, get people thinking, and get
Giving out constructive
Yes.
criticism also.
And when you look on social media, for example, it's very toxic. People are going to be very critical of the government and say South Africa is this, South Africa is that. We don't want dialogues like that. We want people who are leaders who will come and say, these are the problems. We're not denying that we have any problems. We have a lot of problems, but this is the solutions. This is how we can collectively put our heads together and make South Africa great.
Wow.
That's what we want.
Key word being collectively.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, this is deep. This is deep.
No, thank you for the opportunity to talk to
This
you.
is very deep. I'm hoping it reaches a lot of ears, and then because I feel like it's going to garner a lot of support.
Please send me the link. I will share it on social media as well.
Because a lot of people are beginning to see that the kind of criticism that is being thrown out there is not helping. Now we need more authentic solutions that can be actually practically applied, inclusive of entrepreneurship, which is empowering, the people that actually vote in the governments.
Exactly.
Because I think a lot of people currently, I'm not saying the systems, there's a problem with any of the systems that are being used to help the community, but I'm thinking that a lot of people are gravitating towards, just begging from the government, whilst they can do a lot more, not only a lot, but a lot more to better themselves.
No, definitely. I think it's about, we're not saying don't criticize,
Yes.
but be constructive and say, yes, there's potholes here, there's policemen hiding under the bridge there. What can we do to change the narrative so that everyone cares? We care. We're passionate about South Africa. We love our country. I think we want South Africa to be great. And what's going to make us great?
Okay.
And it's only understanding that these are our challenges. This is what people want to see done. And we make very conscious our effort to have a panel that's diverse, a panel that speaks to all South Africans, a panel that there's no elitists. It's people who were, as they say during apartheid, in the trenches fighting for the better South Africa that we want. So I think, and even learned people. I know President Zuma used to call them clever blacks, but you need clever South Africans to say, hey, these are our challenges, these are our solutions. How do we fix it? Hey, yeah. And we are not going to be like how you find this toxicity on social media, where we criticize and also, it's criticized along racial lines. We don't definitely believe in South Africa, believe in the Constitution, and it's here for everybody.
Not a contributive criticism.
Yeah.
It's like the one that degrades the image of the whole,
Yeah.
the whole structure. Wow.
So that's our plan, and we hope you join all of the conversations. And
I love the fact that you're saying our plan, something that is in
yeah,
motion.
it's in motion. So we've had 2 dialogues. We're probably going to University of Western Cape next month, and in fact, we still to confirm it, but Justice Albie Sachs has already indicated that he'd like to speak. Months ago, in fact, a civil activist, he used to be with the Treatment Action Campaign, Zaki Ahmed. He said yes, he definitely would be there. Dr. Bani Patiana, who is a former Human Rights Commission chairperson, he was Vice Chancellor of the UNISA. He said he'll definitely speak at Nelson Mandela University Dialogue. And we've got, the other day I met Yvonne Shaka, and she was she was making me sandwiches in her kitchen in Bryanston.
That's nice.
And we're talking about this, and she said, look at my hands, I've got goosebumps listening to you. It sounds so good.
It sounds so good.
So, I think it was so heartwarming, and she turned 60, and the zest for life I've seen in her, you just feel, wow. On Newsroom Africa, she was, and she performed last year. So, and she's an entrepreneur, and she talks about values. The one thing she was saying is, I can't make hair products if it doesn't work on me, but sell it to people.
Okay.
If it's going to work for me, then I will sell it.
Then I'll sell it.
So that's integrity, and she's not just here for a quick buck. I think you learn from heroes like, she's a hero. You learn from people like her,
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Definitely without a doubt, sir. True, sir. That's very true, sir. good, sir, for taking
Thank
your
you.
time
I'll
to
give you my
speak to me.
phone number. You WhatsApp me
Yes.
the clip, and we'll keep
The
in
link
touch.
also.
Eh?
Yes, sir. So I just want to find out, you also give me permission to post it on my socials.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so
Find
much,
me.
sir.
I'm Edwin Edwin dot Naidu Naidu.
Yes.
But this is me and Yvonne.
All right. Oh wow, South African legend, amazing. Thank you so much for your
Okay,
time, sir.
I
Now
don't
I
know
have to
where.
drop
I
you
think I
around
should
here.
go.
I'm
Okay,
going to drop you over there.
by
There's
the
a
bus.
parking zone. Yes.
Okay, no problem. That sounds good. Thank you.